Welcome to Podnutz Daily, episode number 187. I'm here with John Monahan, who is Jack the Bomb in the chat room. I got your last name right, John?
Yes, one of the few who actually pronounce it correctly.
How do people normally pronounce it?
Monaghan and stuff like that.
I'm pretty good with pronunciation, I must say, except when I'm trying to pronounce words myself. But anyway, well, thanks for joining us for the call here.
Oh, glad to have let me be on it.
Now, those of you might recognize John's voice from past Nutz at Night 1.0 is what I'm calling it. Back probably about 4 or 5 months ago, when we were actually trying to get Nutz at Night off the ground, and then we just basically revived it in the past couple weeks. So John was a regular caller on Nutz at Night. You remember that back in the day, John?
Yep. Giving you a little argument about Mac. I can remember that.
Yeah, and I remember you talking about Windows 7 a little bit, right?
Yeah, that was the beta times, right?
Yeah, back in the day.
Well, in tech years, that's ancient.
I know. Have you listened to the new show yet?
Yes, I did, and I thought it's a better format. You know, at least you have someone who could cover you when you can't make it.
or when I can't get somebody to call in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks. Well, anyway, what we're talking about is Nutz at Night. You catch it. It's a new Podnutz show at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday nights is when we do it. So what you should do is you watch the Mike Tech Show, right, at MikeTechShow.com. That starts at 7. Then he DJs for like a couple hours playing some music, so you get all nice and comfortable and relaxed. And then you turn on Nutz at Night after Mike tunes out, and then you listen to us, and then hopefully you're not sleeping by then. All right, well, John, wait, let me do one more quick announcement here, guys. By the time this podcast is posted, there should be a link on the homepage of podnutz.com. It's a link to the feed, which contains all of the Podnutz shows. So if you ever wanted one single feed where you get all the Podnutz shows, that's Podnutz, Podnutz Daily, The Great Tech Debate, Philly Tech Guys, Nutz at Night, and My Hard Drive Died, all in one feed. Subscribe to that feed. You'll get everything in one feed, and it'll be easier that way. Or you could keep just subscribing to the shows you want. But if you did want everything all in one feed, go to podnutz.com. I'll have it up there probably about an hour after the show, and then you could subscribe just right from that feed. All right, John, we're going to go over to you now here. Now, the format of the show here is changed a little bit since I sold my shop. So I basically ask you guys what you did in the field and what kind of computer repairs you're doing in the field. So do you have any jobs you did recently that you would like to go over with us?
Yeah, I have one that kind of frustrated me for a while. The repair was simple. It was just the customer took forever to actually pay me, and I wasn't going to give back the machine until I received compensation. But it was a Toshiba with a cracked LCD screen. Someone actually sat on it and bent the borderline, the bezel, and the screen was just destroyed.
Did they sit on it when it was closed or open?
Closed.
Okay.
And it was a $93 replacement. And I was trying to be nice to the person. I wasn't going to charge him, bad words. What's that? Markup. Yeah, I wasn't going to charge him a markup. I was going to give him pretty big discounts because they're a coworker of mine.
Okay.
And
I was going to ask you why you didn't do the markup, but okay, they're a coworker, fine.
Yeah, I was being nice.
Right.
And I asked them to just recommend me to family and friends.
Yeah.
And it took 2 months to collect payment.
Man.
After the repair.
After the repair, but you didn't give his computer back until he paid you?
Yeah. And
how much did you charge him?
Charge him $130.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, it's not bad. And plus, I mean, I gave him a really big break because the operating system was destroyed on there. It was every scan I did with Super Anti-Spyware showed over 1,000 traces of spyware. And this wasn't even the tracking cookies. This was actual problems.
Wow.
And I had to reinstall everything because it was just a mess and it couldn't be fixed.
Wait a minute. You charged him $130 total. So,
yeah.
Okay. So plus the screen. Yeah. He got a really good deal. All right. So he was infested with spyware as well. And then what did you do?
Well, I just wiped it clean, reinstalled everything because, I mean, the person wasn't really concerned about their stuff and they figured it was for the best. And of course, a lot of people are pissed at me because I even upgraded her to 2 gigs of RAM. which that was a bonehead mistake on my part.
You mean pissed at you? Why? Because you were being too nice?
Yeah. Of
I
course, I
have to
have a
second that.
coworker. Oh, go ahead.
I have to second them on that. I agree with them.
Yeah. Well, that's why my new business I just recently started, I'm more of the techie guy, and the other guy is more of the business
Okay.
oriented. So that helps me out.
Okay.
I mean, I worked real hard on that. I even I even gutted the whole machine, found a big clump of dust in the heatsink.
Uh-huh.
That's why it was overheating. Put new thermal paste.
Oh, you opened it up to that level?
Yes.
Jeez, I want you to be my technician.
That's the problem with me. I'm too nice. I mean, because my policy is that I do all close family and close friends. I do for free because it's the least I can do for them because they help me out with certain things. Had a next computer was a distant relative. Had a compact with multiple issues. The main issue was the Windows XP was just destroyed to the point where every desktop icon wouldn't work, even though it showed the picture. Click start, it would give you an error message. I mean, it was just, I couldn't explain where to start from fixing it. So,
did Internet Explorer work?
Nope, nothing.
Okay.
Firefox was installed on there. That didn't work. I mean, it was just, I mean, it was speechless because it felt like someone just nuked it and did it wrong. And I found out later on that her boyfriend tried doing something on it, and I don't know what he did, but it was irreparable. I tried, what do you call it? Scan disk with, I forget what command, the -F or -R.
Oh, check disk.
Yeah, check disk. And that didn't work. I tried the, what do you call that? That system command that you type in, the one that actually checks all system files and ensures that they're the correct versions.
System file checker, where you type SFC.
Yeah.
That's how you start it up.
I may sound like a total ditz when it comes to explaining things about computers, but as my grandfather likes to put it, the smartest man doesn't have all the answers, but knows how to find them. And that's one thing I'm very good at. You give me Google and I'll give you the answer to any problem.
Okay, so how did you answer this problem?
Well, this problem, I just popped in a Windows XP disk and wiped it because she didn't really need anything on there. And I couldn't even explain it. Like, it felt like it wasn't even used. There was no documents on it. There wasn't a single music file. I mean, I don't know.
That's a little shady.
Oh, yeah. Second issue was it was overheating and it was very loud.
Right.
And